football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers.
On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Dolphins. They've been playing some of their best football, winning 8 of their last 10 games. On the Steelers sideline, that is head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kate Scott along with Brock Heward. Kicker Cameron Dicker looks all set down there. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. This makes it up to the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie, really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's making a bid for it. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I mean, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. They'll go. Allen. That's the line. He's going to run for it. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. All set now. 1st and 10.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. He gets loose down the right side. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Pass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on here. Season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New set of downs from 37.
First and 10 at the 37.
On first down, Genty. This is ahead for about 5. Luki Luvu there for the tackle.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On play action, Williams. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. It's a screen play to Genty. He's out here midfield and still going. Through the 35. 20. 15. He will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off, and pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage big time.
Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins start off well to tie things 7-7. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Steelers and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now Allen off the play action. Trying for the deep ball. That's complete inside the 35. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First and 10. Here's Allen. This is Dortch working the right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down. So a stoppage following the play. Tyrone Tracy in some pain. He's going to get some assistance now. Hope it is for something minor. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Motioning one of the tight ends. Trying an inside give to Herbert. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Working now from the gun. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Dolphins 7.
Bass now to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Dolphins and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some... Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jeanty. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to him. He dodged the tackle. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. They get 37 on the play. And it's going to be first down Miami. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Williams on first down. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up second down. Counter give to Jeanty. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Another give here to Jeanty. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to.
Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Some hurry-up offense here from Williams.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
They're going to try to throw for it. And he's going to score a touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Nixon now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. Here's Tracy on first down. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
On first down, Allen. Metcalf there to bring it in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Steelers have a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
That one's complete to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Allen looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35.
Again, Allen to the air. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. We'll muster a little down to the 30. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Throwing now on first down, Allen. Caught just shy of the goal line. Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal.
13 more yards. And the Steelers first down.
Herbert. And he gets a few on the punch forward. Now it's second and goal from the 1.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
Here's another for him. And this time he gets in for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set them up with a feint one way, and then you hit them with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Dolphins 14.
Bass now to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First down, Williams. Brought in by his back here, it's Shenty. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Williams to throw on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for them. Starts at the 38. First down throw by Williams. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Again, it's Williams. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
17.
It's going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, well, it gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Throwing here just before halftime. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players, but for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now with a tough matchup in the NFC. And this is Luke Schoonmaker. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Vikings win this one by 11. From there, we check out another big late-season game, playoff implications here. And it's the big fullback, Scott Matlock. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. The Lions win their second straight as they get the victory here. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara, the 49ers taking on the Tennessee Titans. And it's the 2,000-yard rusher from a year ago, Saquon Barkley. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in, 22 yards on the touchdown. The Titans get their 11th win on the year as their great season rolls on. With that, let's give you a look at the playoff picture in the AFC through 15 weeks. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
On the return, the Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10. On the play fake, Williams. He rolls to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. George Pickens, the intended target. So that brings up second down. Williams from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll air it out on third. Finds him over the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Williams on the play action. By Theo Johnson. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And off to Genty. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. And it's going to be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
What is going on?
Working from the gun, Williams. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Genty. Has the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins take the lead right away in half number 2. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, you look like you'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3.
24. Steelers 21.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Herbert on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And you can see that among all NFL running backs, he's one of the best at catching the football this season. 2nd right now in the league in receiving touchdowns. Play action now with Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Success on 1st down, Kate. It's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
On 4th down, they'll bring out Blake Gillikin to punt it away. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. The Miami offense headed out there now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Running from the pistol here with Genty. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. That finds Hunter downfield. And the hit arrived shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44. Give him 25 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes, Kate. He gets drilled. And QBs know that feeling. When you're letting it go and you get hit, definitely not the throw he wanted. And by happenstance, the adjusted throw still found a home, and that home was his teammate.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ready, throw.
Giving this to Genty. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Williams on first down. Rolling out to his left. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for second.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Williams throwing again here on second down. It's a screen play to Genty. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it. This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Dropping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Williams with third and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there. Did. And that'll double their lead to 6. Zicker all lined up and ready to boot it away.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Mike Tomlin sending his Steelers out there for another drive. All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
Even if it doesn't get the first down, you can't be mad about that play offensively. The sweep was executed really well. They won the race to the edge, and they netted a solid gain.
Now Allen off the play action. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Here he goes, third and long. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down. The Steelers set to punt it. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Dolphins and running back Ashton Genty headed back out there. And his production is carried over into this second half. keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. They'll toss it. Gentine. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. He fields this at the 18. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. It's all set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Herbert straight ahead. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, they don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
It's a gain of 5.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Allen looking to throw.
30-yard line.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw it. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He gets 16 yards on that play. Man, the Steelers have a 1st down.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and
I may
10
love
at the
watching a great
14-yard
thrower,
line.
but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On the ground, it's Herbert. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of the gain of 8. 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers trail by 6. Extra DB out there for the Fins. 3rd down. He'll throw it. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Dolphins 27.
Bass now to kick this away.
Set to kick off.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. We give here to Genty. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. Offense to the line for 2nd down. No running with Genty. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Now to throw. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins have taken the lead late. George Pickens, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage.
The Dolphins.
Inside give to the fullback. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, Brock, I love the creativity, trying to catch him a little bit off guard there, but I'm sure some people seeing that call going to say, just give it to your back and keep it simple.
Might give it to Marshawn in the Super Bowl simple?
I mean, maybe. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, maybe. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Here he is to throw. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. We're approaching 50 seconds to play. It's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. To throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Dolphins make the play that should win them this game.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points. Turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Drawn up for him. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Pittsburgh.